Booyah!
Hóa thân từ ngọn lửa bất diệt, chiếc cúp thiêng liêng đã xuất hiện trên sân khấu. Và chào mừng các huyền thoại sinh tồn có mặt trong trận chung kết giải đấu FFWS SEA 2024 Spring.
Emerging from the eternal fire, the sacred trophy has appeared on the stage. Welcome to the explosive grand final stage of FFWS SEA 2024 Spring Grand Finals.
Hãy cùng chào đón 12 đội tuyển mạnh nhất đến từ 4 quốc gia: Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand và Việt Nam.
Get ready to cheer on the 12 finalists from 4 countries: Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam.
Tiến lên như vũ bão trên chặng đường chinh phục chung kết. Họ là những ứng cử viên sáng giá đến từ Indonesia.
Surging forward like a storm on their path to the finals, they are the standout contenders from Indonesia.
Mang trên vai trách nhiệm phục hưng khu vực, giữ trong mình hỏa chí vĩnh hằng, cháy lên cùng hy vọng của người hâm mộ. Cùng chào đón bạch hổ xứ vạn đảo, Esports Divine.
Carrying the responsibility of revitalizing the region, holding an eternal fighting spirit and burning with the hopes of their fans. Let's welcome the White Tigers of Indonesia, Esports Divine.
Có những lúc họ đánh bại cả những kẻ khổng lồ, nhưng đôi khi chỉ dừng chân ở top 12. Dù bao team đã đi hay ở lại, vẫn đứng đây vững chãi như một tượng đài, cùng hoan nghênh quái vật sinh tồn RRQ RRQ Kazoo.
There were times when they defeated the Giants, but sometimes they made it to the top 12. Despite no matter how many teams have gone and come, they stand strong like a monument. Please welcome the survival beast, RRQ Kazoo!
Từng là bóng đêm với mỗi khu nhảy trùng, luôn là kẻ thứ ba trong giao tranh và là team cuối cùng sống sót. Hãy chào đón những chiến binh tinh tú Indo Stars.
Once the shadow in every contested drop zone, always the third party in fights, but stay the last team standing. Please welcome the Stars Warriors, Indo Stars!
Tới với chung kết bằng tấm vé cuối cùng, bứt phá diệu kỳ ở vòng về đích. Với tâm thế không còn gì để mất, kẻ được chọn liệu có làm nên lịch sử? Xin được chào đón nhiễm vàng bất tử Onyx Olympus.
Coming to the finals with the last ticket, making a miraculous comeback in the final round. With nothing left to lose, will the chosen one make history? Please welcome Onyx Olympus!
Và tiếp theo đây chính là đội tuyển mạnh nhất đến từ quốc gia Malaysia.
And next up, here comes the strongest team from the nation of Malaysia!
Chưa giải đấu nào thiếu tên họ, không thứ hạng nào họ chưa từng trải qua. Thành tích là thứ họ có, duy chỉ có cúp vô địch thì chưa. Hãy cùng chào đón đại diện duy nhất, tinh hoa của Malaysia, Esports.
Their name is never absent from any tournament. Achievement they have plenty, but the championship cup still eludes them. Please welcome the sole representative, the pride of Malaysia, Expand!
Đến với chung kết với đội hình đông đảo nhất, xin giới thiệu các chiến binh đến từ Thailand.
Entering the final with the most formidable lineup, let's welcome the Warriors from Thailand!
Được mệnh danh là kẻ đứng đầu trong những đội mạnh nhất. Đây chính là thử thách cuối cùng nếu họ muốn bước tới ngai vàng. Hãy cùng chào đón những kẻ chinh phạt King of Booyah, Buriram United Esports.
Known as the leader among the strongest team, this is their final challenge on the path to claim the throne. Let's greet the kings of Booyah, Buriram United Esports!
Tấn công như vũ bão trên Kalahari, quét sạch như sóng thần tàn bạo trên đảo quân sự. Xuất hiện thật hoành tráng, chiến đấu thật phong cách. Một tràng pháo tay cho cơn lốc đỏ Reverse Red.
Sweeping through Kalahari like a storm, crashing like a tsunami on Bermuda, full of energy and battling in style. Give it up for the red calamity, Reverse Red!
Hiếm ai thoát được móng vuốt của chim ưng. Tuy vòng bảng chưa trọn vẹn, nhưng chức vô địch sẽ không lỡ hẹn. Cùng chào đón những đứa con của bầu trời, Team Falcons.
Rarely does anyone escape the grip of the Falcons. Through the group stage may not have been flawless, they won't miss out on the championship. Let's welcome Team Falcons!
Từng bị nghi ngờ là đại diện yếu nhất của Thái Lan, Limits tới và cho họ điều còn thiếu. Với lối chơi tấn công mới là cách phòng thủ tốt nhất. Họ chính là những vị thần đang tức giận, Attack all around!
Once doubted as Thailand's weakest representative, Limit has come to fill in the missing pieces. Offense is the best defense. They are
sở hữu tuyển thủ xuất sắc nhất thế giới. Sức mạnh của họ được cổng trời ghi tên, viết lên huyền thoại, tạo lại kỷ nguyên, một cho tất cả. Star Wars Esports!
Possess the world's MVP. Their strength knows no bounds. Making legends. Open up a new era. Give it up for Star Wars Esports!
Và cuối cùng, những huyền thoại mang trong tim màu cờ đỏ, sao vàng. Xin giới thiệu các đại diện đến từ Việt Nam.
And finally, the legends carrying the red flag and yellow star in their hearts. Let's introduce the representatives from Vietnam.
Một đội hình hội tụ những thiên tài bậc nhất, luôn sẵn sàng va chạm, sẵn sàng giao tranh, sẵn sàng cho cả vị trí cao nhất trong ngày chung kết hôm nay. Họ chính là những chiến binh sao vàng P Esports.
A lineup of the brightest talents, always ready to clash, ready to battle, ready to climb the top spot in today's final. They are the Golden Star Warriors, P Esports!
Với sức mạnh vượt ngoài lãnh thổ, với cái tên vươn qua cả biển lớn, họ khiến cả khu vực phải nghiêng mình, làm địa cầu phải rung chấn. Cùng hô tên họ thật lớn, biểu tượng của Free Fire Việt Nam, WAG.
Their strength knows no bounds. Their name echoing across seas. They command respect throughout the region, shaking the every earth. Let's cheer their name loudly. The icon of Free Fire Vietnam. Everybody, WAG!
Chào mừng tất cả quý vị và các bạn đang đến với ngày chung kết bùng nổ của giải đấu Free Fire World Series SEA 2024 Spring tại thành phố Hồ Chí Minh, Việt Nam.
Welcome all to the grand finals of Free Fire World Series SEA 2024 Spring in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
Quý vị thân mến, giải đấu Free Fire World Series SEA 2024 Spring được tài trợ bởi nhãn hàng Yomos tại Việt Nam.
The Free Fire World Series SEA 2024 Spring Tournament is sponsored by Yomos brand in Vietnam.
Và quý vị thân mến, trên sân khấu lúc này chính là 12 ứng cử viên sáng giá nhất cho chiếc cúp vô địch. Họ mang trên mình tinh thần chiến đấu như những ngọn lửa bất diệt, bùng cháy cùng lòng kiêu hãnh và danh dự. Đó cũng chính là thông điệp đúc kết của giải đấu năm nay. Your fire, your honor. Vậy thì các bạn ơi, chúng ta hãy cùng dành một tràng pháo tay nồng nhiệt nhất cho 12 chiến binh xuất sắc nhất của chúng ta được không ạ?
Your fire, your honor, where the fighting spirit blazes like unstoppable flames, fueled by pride and honor. Standing on a stage right now are the top 12 contenders for the championship cup. And let's give these players a big round of applause to fire up their spirits!
Và đến với trận chung kết Free Fire World Series SEA 2024 Spring ngày hôm nay, chúng tôi rất vinh dự khi được đón tiếp những vị khách quý cũng như nhận được nhiều sự ủng hộ của tất cả quý vị khán giả đang có mặt tại nhà thi đấu Phú Thọ, thành phố Hồ Chí Minh.
And at the Free Fire World Series SEA 2024 Spring Finals, we are honored to welcome our distinguished guests and grateful for the support from all of the spectators present here at Phú Thọ Stadium in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
Và quý vị thân mến, chúng ta hãy cùng dành những tràng pháo tay nồng nhiệt nhất cho sự hiện diện của quý vị đại biểu và quý vị khách quý. Xin được trân trọng giới thiệu đại diện Cục Thể dục Thể thao, Bộ Văn hóa Thể thao và Du lịch. Xin được trân trọng giới thiệu ông Đặng Danh Tuấn.
Representing the Sports Authority of Vietnam, Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, we are honored to introduce Mr. Đặng Danh Tuấn.
Về phía thành phố Hồ Chí Minh, xin được trân trọng giới thiệu.
From Ho Chi Minh City authorities, we would like to cordially introduce
Ông Nguyễn Ngọc Hồi, Phó Giám đốc Sở Thông tin và Truyền thông, thành phố Hồ Chí Minh.
Mr. Nguyễn Ngọc Hồi, Deputy Director of Ho Chi Minh City Department of Information and Communications.
Ông Mai Bá Hùng, Chủ tịch Liên đoàn Thể thao Điện tử, thành phố Hồ Chí Minh.
Mr. Mai Bá Hùng, Chairman of Ho Chi Minh City Esports Federation.
Về phía Garena, xin được trân trọng giới thiệu.
From Garena, we would like to cordially introduce
Ông Châu Wei Trân, Phó Chủ tịch Garena.
Mr. Châu Wei Chung, Garena Vice President.
Ông Jason Ưng, Phó Chủ tịch Garena.
Mr. Jason Ng, Garena Vice President.
Ông Harold Tell, Giám đốc sản phẩm Garena.
Mr. Harold Thel, Garena Free Fire Producer.
Ông Vũ Chí Công, Tổng Giám đốc Garena Việt Nam.
Mr. Vũ Chí Công, Garena Vietnam Country Head.
Và quý vị thân mến, chúng tôi cũng xin được nồng nhiệt chào đón các vị khách quý đại diện EA, Google, Apple, tập đoàn Mahaka đến từ Indonesia và các quý đối tác đã đến với chung kết giải đấu FFWS SEA 2024 Spring ngày hôm nay.
We also warmly welcome representatives from EA, Google, Apple, Mahaka Group from Indonesia, and other valuable partners to Free Fire World Series SEA 2024 Spring Finals.
Và quý vị thân mến, không biết là quý vị đang cảm thấy như thế nào ạ?
How do you feel right now, everybody?
Mọi người có thể làm cho không khí tại nhà thi đấu Phú Thọ của chúng ta bùng nổ hơn nữa được không ạ?
Oh, wait. Can you ask everyone this for me? So, who comes from Ho Chi Minh City? Raise your hand.
Quý vị thân mến, ai đến từ thành phố Hồ Chí Minh, mọi người giơ tay và hò hét xem ạ. Wow! Có quý vị nào đến từ những thành phố khác Hồ Chí Minh City không ạ?
Anybody else from other countries or cities? Let me see your hands.
Chúng ta cũng có thể thấy được một tinh thần đã rất sẵn sàng rồi. Quý vị đã sẵn sàng chưa ạ?
Are you ready for the grand finals tonight? Everybody, hit up!
Và quý vị thân mến, ngay bây giờ là khoảnh khắc mà tất cả chúng ta mong chờ nhất suốt 3 tháng qua. Đó chính là trận chung kết giải đấu FFWS SEA 2024 Spring sẽ bắt đầu ngay bây giờ.
And right now, it's the moment we have all been waiting for the past 3 months. It's time for the grand finals of Free Fire World Series SEA 2024 Spring Tournament is now started!
Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, May 2024. The time with the highest temperature of the year. And the Free Fire World Series SEA 2024 Spring Tournament continues to raise the heat even higher, with the finals week happening. 12 teams, but who will be the first to win and claim the trophy of a completely new interregional tournament system? Heed the call of ultimate glory. always striving tirelessly to pursue the unthinkable, bringing explosive emotions to their fans, as well as pride for themselves and their teammates. Even if it is an unequal battle, even if they have to fight with everything they have, even in the most difficult circumstances, they will always look towards each other and will never give up. We will always march forward. "12 teams from Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia competing for 2 days of the point rush stage, collecting points and preparing themselves for the finals on 26th May. Free Fire World Series SEA 2024 Spring."
Here as well, but I definitely want to focus on the fourth team that I've got in my heart, and that's WAG, baby. That Vietnamese squad is definitely very proficient on Bermuda, and this is that home ground advantage that we have been talking about all throughout the knockout stage. The biggest question was, were we going to get Vietnamese squads within the grand finals? And obviously WAG and PE Sports, with so much of hustle in week 5 and 6, made that a possibility. Now they've got the extra boost, the extra adrenaline pump from all of the audience sitting down in front of them. Dude, I'm pretty sure you saw it too. Those huge drums are out there. Those drums are liberation, are to pump up the adrenaline for all of the Vietnamese players, not just WAG.
Yeah, that is, hopefully that is the case for WAG and PE Sports, but at some point, you're in home ground. A lot of people from your region, from your country is watching you, and the pressure is also there. So we'll have to find out which one will be coming out, especially on the first match that we have. But I love the energy. I love what we're seeing right now, because everyone is here cheering on their representative, their country, their teams in this all-out battle.
Yeah, I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from, Neb. Some people are going to be a little bit nervous, but imagine if you've got your crush sitting down in the audience. Yeah, you're nervous, but you're not going to drop the ball. You're going to make sure you hit it right out of the park, and you are the MVP, not just of the match, but of the grand finals. That's exactly what each and every single one of those players on PE Sports and WAG needs to look out for, because they've got more than their crushes. They've got their moms, their dads, their brothers, their sisters. Everybody is in the audience, and very, very important people.
We're going to jump in for the flight back to the chilly lands of Alpine, and it's going to be ice cold teams going in for this battle as the flight is about to begin. Will it be a good, kind flight path? I know that's always been the question from day number 1 up until today, especially as we've been shown cruel flight path, and the possibility, the probability, 1 out of a day might happen.
Show no mercy, miss flight path as we head back in to Alpine. The final game, the final map, the final match to determine who gets crowned as the kings of Southeast Asia. RRQ and Expand. Looks like they are off to a very heated start against each other at docks.
Yeah, and also a few teams in base camp is dropping in. It's Reverse Red as well as Onyx Olympus, and close next to them would be WAG. Sunside will be taken by a few players from Attack All Around, as some will be moving into Militia, and PE Sports will be scanning and spotting the players from the other side. Now, Expand right now, still safe, no damage received just yet, but Maal has been spotted. Let's see if Pais can take advantage or will take advantage of this.
Vietnam has always been the weaker region when you compare them to the rest of the regions that you currently see here at FFWS SEA. But the performance of PE Sports today has just shown that you can never count them out. But could they perhaps make this one final dash to that number one spot and allow their fates to forever be changed? $100,000 can really push your organization for a very, very long time.
Oh, definitely. And they will be getting a few more, especially once they step into a bigger stage later on, improve themselves and show up most of the time. But speaking of showing up, we have a team who showed up against Reverse Red and took them out a little bit early into this game number 6, and there's really not so much trouble and problem for Reverse Red, because sure enough, even if they don't make it in top 8, we will be seeing the players on the next stage.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that, right? Because Reverse Red is already invited to the Esports World Cup. And technically speaking, if Reverse Red do end up in the top 8, that means the top 9 teams will be brought to Riyadh.
Yes,
so that's a bonus.
I mean, the race is still on though for the prize pool, so they don't want to be lagging behind. But well, they have been taken out. There's not so much that they can do. It's just to hope that they can get enough of the points to get higher in their rankings. Then the get back against Ray will be done by Bay High. But from afar, we have G'day helping out, but that is Abax who stopped Bay High.
Wow, beautiful stuff out of EVOS Divine here. And RRQ just had nothing on them in that engagement. Just true backup. Everybody's just playing off of their intentions as well as reactions out there on the battlefield. Not a lot of time to think. Just have enough time to act and move along with the safe zone. Indostars chilling around. They don't really have a need to push for a all-out rotation just yet. They've got enough money to buy themselves those portal goals and ensure that at least the next engagement that they have, they are in the advantage.
Yeah, and at this point, well, it looks like everything will be slowing down compared to what we've seen in the first few matches of this day, which is really expected. And we don't know really what the risk will be, the teams will be taking, as we don't have visibility as to where they are right now in the terms of the leaderboard. But as we can see, they just have to play it well, play it by ear, as well as go for the usual rotation of the other team if they want to take advantage. But Expand might be meeting up with Stalwart Esports. Will not be looking good, as X-Roy will be spotted.
X-Roy is getting a little too cheeky here, pushing a little bit too far out. Not waiting for the rest of his team members. He's lucky Caramel did not take that flank. Stop's going to get tagged up. Caramel saw X-Roy and his position. Dew is already flanking on the right-hand side, the left of Expand, which is going to be putting players like X-Roy and Fies in a lot of trouble if he can find those connections. And Roy very carelessly pushing on fourth. And he doesn't get caught out just yet. Let's get tagged up a little bit. Stop. Half his HP lost already. And X-Roy all alone. M1887 in his hands. Axel joins them as well. But who's going to back up Mr. Roy downstairs?
I mean, it's just dependent on who will be dropping in here. The idea here is Roy to provide distraction while the rest of the teams get information from the surrounding area. But Stalwart Esports smart enough to know that might happen. They get close into the walls so that they will not be spotted with those moving in on the rooftops. But Caramel might be able to see them from some of the windows out there, but DXL is just moving out together with Crime just to make sure they will not be spotted by Dew.
Dew out in the open, but he's keeping an eye on Expand. Faiz circling around. Could this be the... No, Dew spots him first. Faiz's ambush is not going to be very possible here because Dew just has those IQ plays. He knows the terrain like the back of his hands. And it's actually very good here that Expand has not lost anyone just yet. It shows that they do have a certain level of command of this area. Now, taking down the defenses of Dew is going to be crucial here for Axel to nail him down, but Axel just does not have the right gun for the occasion. The M82B that could have been so effective in this situation. And that's the gun Dew has. And you see what it does behind those blue walls.
Definitely. I mean, that could have been a Dew going down if the weapon has been switched. Another one goes down. It is X-Roy. And let's see as to what will be done as WAG joins them in the punch. The Axel will be taken down by Clarion, and Alan right now brewing a little bit of health, and Stalwart Esports will be left behind. Dew spotted Alan for a headshot, but Cyrus goes down, will be picked up.
A big one for Alan there. Now, Crime is going to get caught by Dolphin. WAG just walking into this party uninvited and probably going to be the champions of this engagement. The players all appearing to make sure they gatekeep Stalwart. The portal go has been used by WAG to cross on forward into the circle. Cypher spotted by Alan. Just like how he took Dew out of the equation. Could be looking to do the same thing to Cypher as well. AWM, one shot finds the connection. And Cypher still has not topped his health right back up, and Dolphin manages to get the follow-up.
Cyrus right now trying to stop on his heels, but Cyrus goes down, and Clarion takes down Stop and help them out. Now, Stalwart Esports will be moving away, but I don't think not too far away because a vending machine is just in that compound. For PE Sports though, they stayed outside of the blue, takes down one from RRQ, and they will be moving out, probably looting a little bit more. And they need to move fast because the closing of the phase will be happening now.
Expand. I don't know if or not they're going to get lucky here. They are looking for that vending machine. Looks like Faiz finds it. Gets the revive on X-Roy. X-Roy might be dropping into the exact same compound here. Stalwart is within this compound. Onyx Olympus rotating out. Roy's just going to get sniped out of the air if he makes one wrong move.
Yeah, I'll have to find out as to where they'll be moving. WAG, though, showing up differently. They are the elimination leader in this map, and followed by, I'm not mistaken, Onyx Olympus with 4 elimination. But good position being done by Onyx Olympus. On the other side, Stalwart Esports being heard as they take down some of the players from WAG, but Alan is back in play, and Caramel has been taken out.
Narrow, alongside Don't Cry, a very quick stop to Stalwart's rotation away, and PE Sports are the final players to put that bullet in the coffin for Stalwart, and it looks like Stalwart's rise to become champions of this competition just dies right there.
Let's see as to how the rest of the teams are moving in. And those stars a little bit too quiet, lost their aggression, doesn't really want to lose it, and attack all around right now with 3 elimination coming from Limit. Yes, they are just taking advantage of the distance that they have. Roy, X-Roy from Expand being taken down by Wasana from afar. And I'm pretty sure there's a few more coming from this team, but Buriram United taking a safe route all throughout this map. They want to grab that booyah as well as a lot of elimination along the way.
They most definitely are capable of doing that. For some reason, though, they have not done so throughout the day. The Kings of Booyah, for the first time, struggling to find one. And more importantly, struggling to find those eliminations that they usually stack up like monsters as they go through compound to compound.
Yeah, and they struggle to find that one member from Expand who was just hiding out in there. And Buriram United just missed him by a few. But PE Sports right now will be in their crosshairs. Don't Cry is a little bit too late in rotation. And let's see if they will be able to survive and get away from the clutches of Buriram United.
I think they most definitely did. I think there was a portal go usage here by PE Sports, and they disappeared off to the left-hand side. And what a quick reposition by the Vietnam squad. You got to respect that. The foresight to not look for these engagements as they are looking for the safe zone. That's something that the other teams definitely need to learn from. But Team Falcons, one of the threats for the Vietnamese team walking away the champions. If Team Falcons is ended right here, right now, EVOS Divine might stand a chance to become champions themselves.
We'll have to see. This is one of the few instances that we're seeing a bridge camp, but PE Sports right now, no camping is happening. They are going against WAG. Wang Han has been taken down, but for the side of WAG, we are seeing a lot of aggression, a lot of firepower. Specialist Allen has been introduced. Don't Cry trying to recover, and LBT goes down. Here comes Don't Cry to the rescue. Will he be able to go in? The glue wall to pick him out, and there goes the takedown. Don't Cry, mini Uzi in hand, just dealing with the damage with the zone, as well as a few more needs to be done by PE Sports, but pick up on Wang and can make them more and strong.
A great recovery coming through from PE here. Now Allen trying his best to run away, but the portal go is not set too far away from this location. LBT just lagging a couple of seconds before he catches up, and Allen just setting up a trap on the opposite side. LBT does manage to get sprayed down here with the M1887, and Don't Cry coming in to finish off the job. The vehicle just busts through the player, and WAG out, all thanks to PE Sports, their brothers from Vietnam.
Oh, PE Sports right now, I love how they're showing up, not just for this match, but also from before they grabbed that booyah and high the second place from the other game. PE Sports really in a chase. Motivation is on them, momentum is on them as well, but EVOS Divine had 3 booyahs already, and they know how to find the final circle, and this time still playing the passive approach, but they have more elimination right now.
Buriram again catching up with PE Sports. Can they get away this time though? PE. Oh, beautiful portal go usage. PE says no, not now, not today. Bye-bye, sir. Wasana goes in for the chase. Will they be able to punish him? They barricade Wasana out of their own compound. Great blue wall usage. The rest of the Buriram players do not come in for the chase just yet. You can see them try to pull away. Onyx Olympus right behind as well. This battle happens outside the next safe zone. Blue is moving. The circle is going to force Buriram and PE Sports in. Chaos is about to ensue.
Oh, I love how it is turning out right now. Buriram United will still have a little bit of trouble because it's not only one player from Expand who's waiting for them, but EVOS Divine who is really chasing for another booyah. Onyx Olympus will be moving in probably onto the side on that vending machine for recovery and revival of the teammates. 4th phase of the circle. 8 teams remaining, and the battle is just happening on the edge.
LBT on the outside. Wasana showing up strong. Narrow down. Wang An trades out Wasana with a mag 7. Don't Cry getting in those tags, but unfortunately Funa with the bison just way too strong. LBT with the M1887. You cannot miss this shot. He steps on out, pulls out yet another glue wall to keep Funa on the other side of this barrier, but PE Sports have already suffered losses. They need to back away.
Need to back away indeed, and as well as move into the safe zone. Coach Jill trying to defend themselves against the team who's rushing into the compound, and that is just PE Sports. Team Falcons distance themselves from afar and might be meeting up RRQ though, but this is a good plan for Team Falcons to get away from all the engagement that's happening.
Absolutely. EVOS Divine. Can they stay alive? Aim got down. Expand out in 8th. RRQ taking the spot shots at EVOS Divine. Buriram now focusing on Indostars. And it looks like PE Sports have managed to survive for a while, but LBT losing his standing, losing his life. 7 teams still alive and kicking. And PE Sports, I believe, one final player out there on the battlefield. Indostars taking the fight up against EVOS Divine, and Buriram hopping on in for this action as well.
Don't Cry. We saw a glimpse of Don't Cry earlier, and he's a survival team. Wasana, though, is not surviving this battle. Everything's happening, but Wasana cannot do anything. Luna right now received a little bit of damage as he fires back against the teams who are in here. Evo's Divine take advantage of the situation. Even Moshi goes down, and that is Team Falcons from afar doing a lot of stealing in elimination. Not even spotting RRQs in front of them, but we still are yet to see how Indo Stars going to survive.
Oh, this is just all out chaos, man. 19 more players alive and kicking. PE Sports, Don't Cry. The MVP for PE for sure. Can he continue surviving? Can he give them all of those placement points that they're looking for? Desperately, they try to survive, but PE, unfortunate, as he was Divine, finds them outside. But Buriram exits the lobby before PE. That's a surprise.
Yeah, that's a surprise, and that would help them a lot. Falcons right now still alive and kicking. They distance themselves from battle that's happening earlier. Jack takes down Kochil with a grenade launcher, still using it as a finisher, and might be able to take down Evos, but no! Grenade takes him out, and he was just inflicted so much against himself, only leaving Gary and keeping behind.
Team Falcons looking for that booyah. If they hit this booyah, I think it's guaranteed that they are the champions. But Evo's Divine can try to change things around here. But no, Falcons do not allow them that recovery. Evo's Divine down and out. 4v2. Falcons now. The unthinkable. The impossible. cggg got acquired. They came back showing everyone that they were weak, but only to rise up to the occasion on the grand finals of FFWS SEA. We may just be looking at our champions, Team Falcons, as they set themselves up for the Esports World Cup.
Oh my goodness, cggg is now flying high as Team Falcons final match, final elimination, final chance to take that #1 spot, and it is possible really, as you mentioned, they will be the champions of this season of FFWS Southeast Asia. We just have to find out how will that end up later.
Oh man, they took away the data sheet from us. We don't know what's happening. We really don't know. We don't know how many points exactly PE Sports got off of those other two games. We don't know how many points Evo's Divine managed to collect in the past two games. Okay, the previous game, I know we calculated, was 20. The game before that as well, potentially around 20 as well. And Evo's Divine got into that final circle, but we are not privy to exactly how many eliminations they had on their side. Falcons, on the other hand, have showed up into that final circle time and time again. Even though Evo's Divine took away those booyahs, it was Team Falcons that was showing up on the elimination feed. So although they don't walk away with the guaranteed 12 points, they were guaranteeing some other form of points through those eliminations for themselves, which can definitely exceed what the 12 you get from the #1 spot.
Oh, the excitement. When I thought the beginning of the day, that's where the excitement really builds up. It's just this moment, because we don't know what's going on in the numbers. We usually we usually do, because we have that reference. We know how the story goes based on how they perform from what we've seen and how the numbers show it. But everyone is in anticipation. Everyone is just waiting for the moment that will show who really grabbed the championship based on the result of 6 matches for today.
We can be confident, but how confident can one be when one does not have any visibility on the leaderboard at all whatsoever the past 3 games? Because so many things could have happened in those 3 matches. So many things did happen in those 3 matches. You know, shockers, surprises, and PE Sports, they are just praying. They are absolutely praying for some sort of a miracle here that they managed to scrape through. I mean, good on these boys. Although they do not get the championship at the end of the day through all of that effort, the one thing they can guarantee themselves is a spot in the Esports World Cup, which is huge for Vietnam, and a decent slice of the pie out of this prize pool available for us. 300,000 US dollars on the line.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, one thing that I remembered before we've taken out visibility of anything is PE Sports in the knockout stages, they were averaging 10 placement per week. And the best week that they have is week number 3, where they were able to position themselves on the 8th spot. But it still went down in there, but was able to maintain their top 12 position to get into grand finals. Given that, there is a lot of pressure because they might be pushed down before the knockout stages happen, but they're also taking advantage of that to show that other teams can beat them down, where it doesn't really matter as long as they stay afloat and get to the grand finals. This is the time though where they are grabbing in onto the oars and they are just pushing their ship towards their goal.
Oh yeah, truly indeed, man. And of course, if Team Falcons manages to do this, I think it's going to be the first ever time they are winning a major for themselves. And now I'm not talking about the brand Team Falcons itself, because they used to be known as cggg. Now that team was not really a tough contender. They were capable of picking up the 3rd spot, right? Because when we saw the Free Fire World Series 2023, we saw this squad come through as the 2nd runner-up, walking away with $65,000 in their pockets. And then when they returned, they were the runner-up of the Thailand Spring 2024 tournament. And then we saw the ESL Snapdragon Pro Series come through as well, where they did manage to take the 3rd spot in the challenge season. And during the Mobile Masters, they came crashing down. They did take a big slice of the pie in the prize pool, but only 6th place they managed to acquire for themselves. But they have proven time and time again that they are one of the lethal dominators out of the Thai region. And all thanks to that, they got acquired by the Falcons Esports organization out of Saudi Arabia. Now, the kind of support that you can get when you get acquired by such a huge organization is just unthinkable, right? And these boys, they made it look like it made no effect. In fact, it had a negative effect on Team Falcons, because they returned after the acquisition of a 2 weeks break and they performed the worst that we have ever seen out of them.
Yeah, I mean, it is just quite amazing on what we've seen from this team. Team Falcons really have flew high despite of all the journey that they have, and there's a lot of storyline really that can be told, and it's really motivating. We have a lot of viewers out there who are just casual players, who are just idolizing these teams, these players, who doesn't know their story, the journey. Yes, they might have a hint, but how they struggle towards the end, they're just showing what's happening, their performance here in the Free Fire World Series Southeast Asia. But once we track them, it is not like it's not all Christmas, it's not all good from then, but they learned a lot.
Absolutely, man. And of course, this was such a chaotic game. So many of those teams just huddled up in a tiny little spot, and Team Falcon said, yeah, okay, all right, we'll take the opposite side of this battlefield. They stayed away, they stayed out of those fights, and they were just nicking away elimination after elimination, stealing a few off of the other teams, and of course downing the players of RRQ as well. And by the time they reached that final encounter with Onyx Olympus, they had a decent number of eliminations on their side already, right? For a total of 10, they walk away this game with 22 points. But Onyx Olympus, they almost got a little bit of a smile there for themselves as well with a booyah.
Oh yeah, and let's see as to how this is going to end up. I mean, we love to build the story, we love to tell the story of the team, but it's more of the happy ending that would make up a lot of difference for this team. It's not just the ones who's grabbing the top 8 who's moving over to the Esports World Cup, but how will they get there based on their standing in this competition. This pretty much the $100,000 will help. But for those who will be in top 8, how much will they be taking in? How much will that affect their race onto the next level?
I mean, as long as you have made it into the final week, the minimum salary that you take from FFWS is $10,000, which is already huge. Every single team in the top 12, they get a minimum of $10,000, and then the amount just goes up higher and higher and higher. 8th spot onwards gets $12,000, 6th spot onwards gets $15,000. You take 4th place or 3rd place, $20,000. Runner up, $40K, and of course the winners, $100,000. Everybody wants the $100K, but even if you don't touch that, you're still walking away with a lot of money out of FFWSC.
Oh, definitely. And let's not take it away as well. There's another prize that we'll be giving out for the MVP of the season, and that is also amounting to $4,000. But before we get there, let's head over to the MVP of this match, and none other than one more, because he adds one more to his elimination. One elimination, 1671 on the damage, though no headshots and 3 knockdown. He bears the Iris this time and the sniper with the Arvan that has been proven very effective. We saw that earlier from Stalwart Esports 2 when he was being flanked by Faiz, and yeah, this is how the snipers can make work of their position, as well as how they can lead to the good communication of the team.
Yeah, Falcons finishing in the 3rd spot in the knockout stage, losing their 2nd place to Reverse Red, who made a tremendous climb, and of course Team Falcons faltering in the 2nd half of the knockout stage. But you can see all of that was a great ruse. That was a fake to make everybody else think that they are a weak team that does not to be focused on, but they make that strong comeback. One more, like you said, with the Iris was so deadly out there with the AWM, although this is not really the team that was focusing on a lot of eliminations in this game, even though they're capable of doing so.
Yeah, I mean, in a bit, we're going to see the rest of the team's elimination, as well as how they dealt with this engagement. But Tatsuya has been proven to be a good weaponry, good character, rather, by the players. But we've seen some who change, geared away from Tatsuya, because they find it much easier to stay in to the next phase. But as we go in, the one more is our MVP. We have On Fire with 4 elimination, Peter with 3, and Coscu with 2, and that would add up to a total of 10 points in elimination.
22 points, including the Booyah that they've taken. But will the 22 points be enough to overwhelm EVOS Divine and their performance? Would that be enough to drown out PE Sports? We'll have to wait and see. Don't Cry chipping in with those eliminations as well, but he could not overtake Jack, the one to get that number 1 spot with the 5 eliminations from this match.
We have Gotta Do right here from Onyx Olympus with 3 elimination, and Limit from Attack All Around, same with 3 elimination. But I really love how Don't Cry managed to survive a little bit longer. Hopefully that can be carried by the rest of the team as well. But again, there must have been a decision right there that if there will be someone who will be left behind and another one to provide distraction, Don't Cry would be the first one. And that's just how it worked, because Don't Cry can manage. He did so earlier. He tried to do it again in the last match, and that's what led PE Sports to take that number 1 spot after that map number 3.
3 long months of going through multiple battles. When we started off the grand finals, we had completed 120 screams of booyah for all of the teams who have battled out there. They earned this spot in the final week, and what a beautiful final week conclusion we have come down to. We are all in mystery, but of course none of this can be possible without the highlighted key players out there as well. A high, unfortunately, struggling as he had to be revived 4 times in this matchup. Damage, oh god, Allen from WAG, 2,296 total damage. Get high with the 20 glue walls, and Kiba just being forced to bring in his teammates one after the other back to back.
I love how Alan shows up and just made a huge difference for WAG. I mean, if in case Alan was there from the earlier parts of the competition, and he have already done so much just like this in the grand finals, they might not have struggled previously, even in Point Rush. But
yeah,
well, we'll have to leave that to the next battle, because in this engagement the Woodpecker reigned with 18 elimination. That is a 10 elimination lead against the Trogon.
Absolutely, man. And of course, the teams that made good use of this were not even the teams that showed us the dominance on Alpine. The Kings of Booyah showed up with no Booyahs today. I think instead of other teams improving, this was the biggest shocker for me. Buriram was a no-show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Probably they're just giving away the chance for the $100,000. But we're going to hear from the Booyah interview right now. So let's bring it over to Yoon Sul and the host.
Tâm thế của đội mình trước khi bước vào trận chung kết đó chính là sẵn sàng cạnh tranh chức vô địch với tất cả các đội tuyển khác. Yang pasti kita pengennya juara, bantai-bantai tim Thailand lah pokoknya.
Target Span sentiasa untuk memberikan yang terbaik dan mendapatkan kedudukan yang bagus, iaitu top 1 dan juga untuk mendapatkan tiket untuk ke Esports World Cup pada Julai ini.
Là một đội chủ nhà, mình sẽ cảm thấy khá là buồn và thất vọng nếu Việt Nam thất bại.
Có ไม่ต่างอะไรจากไทยเลยครับแต่ผัดกะเพราที่นี่อร่อยมาก
Vietnam so amazing ya. Vietnam tuh budayanya tuh sangat menarik ya. Apalagi keluar dari Indonesia tuh budayanya tuh sangat berbeda. Terus sekalinya atmosfernya ke Vietnam tuh langsung berbeda sangat unbelievable.
ก็เวียดนามมีบรรยากาศที่แบบดีครับเหมือนประเทศไทยแล้วก็มีอาหารที่เยอะดีผมน่าจะลองทุกอย่างคิดยังไงกับเวียดนามบ้างหนึ่งครับอาหารอร่อยมากครับแล้วก็รถมอไซค์ครับตอนแบบว่าจะข้ามถนนครับก็จะไม่เหมือนที่ไทยครับแล้วก็เขาบ้านเขาก็ใส่หมวกกันทุกคนครับ Sejujurnya selaku tim tunggal yang mewakili Malaysia, kami memiliki tanggungjawab yang lebih besar kerana untuk tidak menghampunkan fans yang berada di Malaysia. Salah satu cabaran terbesar bagi Espan adalah untuk mencari partner training selama berada di sini.
Mungkin dari pengalaman ya, apalagi kan kita melewati banyak hal dalam knockout step maupun sampai ke grand final ini, kita melewati banyak proses, maka dari itu gue nggak bisa ngelupain ini.
Yang pasti kita belum senang banget karena kita belum nyampai tujuan kita. Yang pasti kita pengennya juara baru kita bisa senang-senang.
ก็มีความสุขดีครับเพราะว่าได้เล่นเกมกับเพื่อนๆได้แข่งกับเพื่อนๆแล้วก็สนุกมากครับได้ร่วมทำกิจกรรมด้วยกันหลายๆอย่างครับ
Quý vị thân mến, chúng ta hãy cho những chiến binh của chúng ta những tràng pháo tay thật nồng nhiệt được không ạ? Họ đã chiến đấu rất hết mình và đã cống hiến cho chúng ta những trận giao tranh rất kịch tính trong đêm chung kết ngày hôm nay.
They did a very good job. Everybody played their best in this grand final of FFWS Series SEA 2024 Spring in this grand final. And I absolutely proud all of them and really honored that me and Mr. Tung Dek being a part of this tournament.
Và quý vị thân mến, ngay sau đây sẽ là giờ phút mà tất cả chúng ta đều đang vô cùng mong chờ. Và chúng tôi xin được mời toàn thể quý vị hãy cùng hướng mắt về màn hình lớn để chờ đón xem đội tuyển nào sẽ là nhà vô địch của giải đấu FFWS Series SEA 2024 Spring.
This is the moment we have all been waiting for. 3 games. And now, we invite you to have a look on the big screen to see which team will be the champion of FFWS Series SEA 2024 Spring.
Và xin được chúc mừng đương kim vô địch của giải đấu FFWS Series SEA 2024 Spring, đó chính là team Falcons.
Congratulations to the champion of FFWS
đến với giải đấu là tư cách hạt giống số 1 của khu vực, được coi là một trong những ứng cử viên hàng đầu cho chức vô địch. Họ đã không để chúng ta thất vọng với màn trình diễn đầy thuyết phục, khẳng định vị thế của mình tại khu vực Đông Nam Á, và họ xứng đáng với chiếc cúp này sau những thời gian thi đấu khắc nghiệt và đầy cạnh tranh.
Entering the competition as the first seed from sea, having been regarded as one of the strongest competitors for the title, they delivered a strong performance that solidified their place in Southeast Asia. They do really deserve this trophy after a long road with so many competitors that they have to fight. Please raise your trophy, Team Falcon!
Nhà vô địch của chúng ta, Team Falcons. Khoảnh khắc vô cùng tự hào và xứng đáng cho tất cả những nỗ lực của các bạn.
You guys deserve all of this. Please enjoy this moment together.
Và xin được trân trọng kính mời ông Đặng Danh Tuấn, đại diện Cục Thể dục Thể thao, Bộ Văn hóa, Thể thao và Du lịch sẽ lên sân khấu để trao bảng giải thưởng trị giá 100.000 đô la Mỹ cho đương kim vô địch giải đấu FFWS SEA 2024 Spring Team Falcons.
Allow me to invite Mr.
Và xin được kính mời ông Nguyễn Ngọc Hồi, Phó Giám đốc Sở Thông tin và Truyền thông Thành phố Hồ Chí Minh sẽ lên sân khấu để trao giải thưởng là suất tham dự EWC cho đương kim vô địch giải đấu FFWS SEA 2024 Spring Team Falcons.
Allow me to invite Mr. Đặng Danh Tuấn, representative of the Sport Authority of Vietnam, Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism to the stage to award the prize worth 100,000 USD for the champion of Free Fire World Series 2024 Spring. Invite Mr. Nguyễn Ngọc Hồi, Deputy Director.
Và xin được trân trọng cảm ơn ông Đặng Danh Tuấn và ông Nguyễn Ngọc Hồi một lần nữa. Và quý vị thân mến, Free Fire Esports là một bộ môn thể thao điện tử đồng đội, nhưng những khoảnh khắc ngôi sao là điều không thể thiếu để đem sự kịch tính đến với trận đấu và tiếp lửa tinh thần cho đồng đội. Và ngay sau đây chúng ta sẽ cùng vinh danh tuyển thủ đã xuất sắc trở thành MVP của chung kết giải đấu FFWS Series 2024 Spring. Chúng ta hãy cùng nhau chúc mừng cho tuyển thủ Wasana.
Free Fire Esports is a teamwork gaming. The star moments of a player are essential for adding the heat to the match and fueling teammate spirits. Congratulations, the player Wasana from Buriram United Esports on becoming the MVP of Free Fire World Series 2024 Spring Grand Finals.
Và chúng tôi xin được trân trọng kính mời ông Mai Bá Hùng, Chủ tịch Liên đoàn Thể thao Điện tử Thành phố Hồ Chí Minh sẽ trao bảng giải thưởng MVP trị giá 4.000 đô la Mỹ cho tuyển thủ Wasana đến từ Buriram United Esports.
Please allow me to invite Mr. Mai Bảo Hùng to the stage, please.
Và xin được trân trọng kính mời ông Heron Theo, Giám đốc sản phẩm Garena Free Fire sẽ lên sân khấu trao cúp được tài trợ bởi nhãn hàng Yomos.
Allow me to invite Mr. Harold Thiel, the Garena Free Fire producer, to the stage to give him the MVP trophy, sponsored by Yomos.
Quý vị thân mến, những khoảnh khắc vô cùng tự hào. Và một lần nữa xin được chúc mừng các nhà vô địch và xin được chúc mừng MVP của chúng ta.
On the stage, there are so many memorable memories here. Again, please, congratulations to Wasana from Buriram United Esports for becoming the MVP of this tournament.
Và xin được trân trọng cảm ơn ông Mai Bá Hùng và ông Heron Theo. Hay ông có thể quay trở lại vị trí để tiếp tục theo dõi chương trình. Xin được trân trọng cảm ơn.
Thank you, Mr. Mai Bảo Hùng and Mr. Harold Thiel.
Và quý vị thân mến, trên là những nhà vô địch của chúng ta. Đó chính là Team Falcons.
Let me introduce again Team Falcons, the champion of Free Fire World Series SEA 2024 Spring Grand Finals. Congratulations!
Và trong khoảnh khắc vô cùng tự hào này, chúng tôi muốn được lắng nghe cảm xúc của các nhà vô địch của chúng ta.
So, hello everybody. How is your feeling right now, our champions?
ตอนนี้รู้สึกยังไงบ้างคะบอกกับคนดูได้เลยค่ะ
รู้สึกดีใจมากครับก่อนอื่นก็ต้องขอบคุณน้องๆก่อนเลยนะฮะที่อดทนกันมาถึงตรงนี้ได้นะครับขอบคุณมากๆจริงๆนะครับก็ดีใจมากๆครับเป็นการปลดล็อกครั้งแรกของเรานะฮะเป็นแชมป์แรกครับผมก็ขอบคุณแฟนๆที่ติดตามคอยเชียร์เรามาตลอดครับก็รายการหน้าจะทำให้ดีที่สุดแล้วก็จะไม่ทำให้แฟนๆผิดหวังครับ
First of all, I feel very happy. I would like to thank my teams, my teammates, the player parents that keep supporting us, and the fans from the home that keep supporting us for a long time ago. This is our first champion, so I feel like my achievement unlocked. So I would like to thank you to everybody, and I will do our best for the upcoming Free Fire Esports World Cup.
Đầu tiên chúng tôi muốn gửi lời cảm ơn và biết ơn đến tất cả những người hâm mộ và đặc biệt là gia đình của chúng tôi vì đã luôn bên cạnh chúng tôi để chúng tôi có thể thực hiện giấc mơ này. Và tuy đây là chiến thắng đầu tiên của chúng tôi thôi, nhưng chúng tôi sẽ chiến đấu hết mình để tỏa sáng tại vòng chung kết sắp tới ạ. Một tràng pháo tay cho những nhà vô địch của chúng ta được không nào? Và các bạn thân mến, các bạn hãy tiếp tục tận hưởng khoảnh khắc chiến thắng này vì các bạn vô cùng xứng đáng với tất cả những điều tuyệt vời nhất vì các bạn là những chiến binh dũng mạnh nhất của chúng ta trong trận chung kết này.
Congratulations! So, one more question, please. You guys will have the ticket to the EWC. What is your next plan?
เขาขอแสดงความยินดีอีกครั้งที่เราได้ตั๋วไปที่ Esports World Cup เรามีแผนขั้นต่อไปยังไงคะ
ครับแน่นอนฮะสังกัดเราเป็นสังกัดของประเทศซาอุดิอาระเบียนะครับแล้ว Esports World Cup เนี่ยจัดที่ประเทศซาอุดินะฮะก็แฟนๆของทีมฟาลคอนรอเชียร์พวกเราได้เลยพวกเราทำเต็มที่แน่นอนครับ
Of course, Esports World Cup will be hosted at Saudi Arabia, and Team Falcon is under the Esports Club from Saudi Arabia. So for our fans in Saudi Arabia, please welcome us. We will do our best in Esports World Cup.
Và như tất cả quý vị cũng biết là vòng chung kết sắp tới sẽ được tổ chức tại Ả Rập Xê Út và chúng tôi rất mong rằng tất cả các fan của chúng tôi ở Ả Rập Xê Út cũng sẽ đồng hành cùng với chúng tôi và cổ vũ chúng tôi để chúng tôi sẽ tiếp tục là những chiến binh dũng mạnh nhất tại vòng chung kết World Cup ạ.
Chính xác là như vậy ạ. Mục tiêu của họ vô cùng lớn lao bởi vì sắp tới sẽ có một giải đấu cực kỳ lớn ở Ả Rập, đó chính là Esports World Cup, và họ đã nhắm ngay đến là chức là vô địch ở vòng chung kết rồi. Thực sự thì bản thân mình cũng đã theo dõi tất cả các đội ở đây trong vòng bảng đến tận bây giờ và được chứng kiến Team Falcons được đặt chân lên đây và giành lấy chiếc vô địch thực sự là một điều vô cùng có ý nghĩa với mình. Again, congratulations. So, in your team, one more. You know how to speak Vietnamese, right? Can you say something to the Vietnamese audience, please?
เนื่องจากก็เห็นว่าวันมอพูดภาษาเวียดนามได้อยากให้วันมอลองพูดภาษาเวียดนามให้หน่อยค่ะ
Mọi người có thể nói một câu tiếng Việt để gửi tặng cho tất cả quý vị khán giả trong khán phòng ngày hôm nay không ạ?
Anh em ơi, cảm ơn.
Không thể đáng yêu hơn. Một tràng pháo tay lớn hơn nữa để chúc mừng cho các nhà vô địch của chúng ta đến từ Team Falcons. We love you a lot and congratulations. Và quý vị thân mến, ngay giờ phút này Quỳnh Anh và Tuấn Đà xin được phép kết nối với các bình luận viên thân yêu của chúng ta.
Thank you so much for sharing this moment with us, all of my beloved viewers. And now, let's return back to the casters.
ามารถแชมป์ได้ครับก็ผมมั่นใจในผู้เล่นชุดนี้มากครับพวกเราจะเอาแชมป์ไปให้ได้ครับก็การที่เราได้แชมป์ครั้งนี้ก็น่าจะมีผลในการที่เรากระหายในชัยชนะมากขึ้นครับทำให้เราพัฒนาตัวเองอยู่เรื่อยๆครับก็เหตุผลที่ทำให้พวกผมเป็นแชมป์ก็น่าจะเป็นความที่เล่นเข้าใจกันมากกว่าครับเราเล่นกันมานานนะครับผมคิดว่าเงินรางวัลที่ได้มาผมก็น่าจะเก็บไว้ก่อนครับเดี๋ยวในอนาคตมีอะไรที่ต้องใช้ก็ต้องเครดิตครั้งนี้ก็น่าจะเป็นพี่เน่งครับที่ทำงานหนักแล้วก็ทำแผนหลายๆอย่างทำให้เราแบบไม่หยุดพัฒนาตัวเองแล้วก็เพื่อนร่วมทีมทั้งหมดครับที่ตั้งใจเล่นและสู้ไปด้วยกันครับอยากฝากถึงเพื่อนร่วมทีมครับเราเต็มที่มาเพื่อได้แชมป์ในวันนี้ก็สมหวังแล้วกันแล้วก็ฝากถึงแฟนๆครับขอบคุณที่ให้กำลังใจกันมาตลอดครับพวกเราทำได้แล้วครับก็เป้าหมายต่อไปก็ผมอยากได้แชมป์ World Cup ครับผมอยากเป็นที่ 1ของโลกครับ